All right, the phrase "New Year, New You" can be downright irritating when you don't know how to improve a marriage that still has love but is losing its zing.
We've got a relationship therapist, Dr. Sheri Meyers here with some easy-to-remember tips to refresh that relationship of yours. Thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be here.
Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you.
Now, you say the first thing you have to do is make the choice to love before you attempt these tips. What do you mean by that?
Well, you have to put your relationship a little higher on the priority list, because often we get bored, we get busy, and it falls to the bottom.
Sure.
So there's really simple things. They don't take a big deal or much time to get some zing and verve back into your relationship. For example, how do you say goodbye?
In the morning, you mean, like on the way to work?
Later.
Yeah, or see ya, or shut the door on the way out.
Right.
No, if you get up, you make contact, you say, goodbye, darling, I love you. You give each other a hug. You take each other's energy out into the day. Also, it's really important to maybe make contact during the day. You might call your partner and start the foreplay early. So you might call and do like a sexy call, telling your partner like
Mark's
what
not
you want.
buying this so much.
No, I dialed Carlos's number once by accident and left a
Well, then
message.
Carlos may have had a good time with this. Because what you want to do is add, we forget to be sexy.
Right.
And you don't have to wait till you get home or the kids are in bed to start being sexy.
Now, tip number 2, the opposite. At the end of the day, welcome your partner home.
Absolutely, because a lot of times we have the buildup of the day, or we're exhausted, and they come in and we barrage them. So the first step is to welcome home. Make home a welcoming place so someone wants to come home to it. And one thing I love is the 20-second kiss, where you greet each other and literally for 20 seconds you kiss as if it's the first kiss. Like, it's not the lips you know, it's the lips you're discovering. It will make all the difference.
Wow, I think the combination of leaving them to just relax when they get home and a 20-second kiss could probably do it. Tip number 3, Oreo cookies. What does this Oreo cookie have to do with
that's
anything?
a great communication technique, because basically, I love chocolate. So we start with the chocolate, which is the compliment and the good stuff. You do the filling, which is what your complaint is or what you're not so happy with, but you always end with the chocolate, with the compliment. So it might be something like this. Darling, Carlos, I love you. You are a fantastic husband. And I am so happy with our relationship. There is something, however, that I want to talk to you about, and that is when you come home and you just walk right by me, I feel like I'm chopped liver. And I want more contact with you. I'm hopeful, and here's the compliment, the chocolate, again. I am hopeful that you and I can be even closer this year, because I love you and I want to love you even more.
Do you think couples actually talk that way?
Well, this is the Oreo cookie.
Yeah,
It's so mature. That sounds like therapy.
Well, okay,
No, it
whatever.
does.
All right, it is. I'm a therapist. You
Oh, okay.
start with a positive, you put the filling in, you end with the chocolate. That's not really therapeutic, but it makes all the difference in the world, because people want to feel loved. If you start with the complaint, you don't feel loved.
Now here's tip number 4 that was Mark sort of said, well, and that don't say spend a special date or something.
No,
but you have an
not a
adventure
special date.
Right?
I'm talking about going on an adventure. Take some time away from the stress, away from the kids, away from your normal life. Plan an adventure like a first date. Treat each other like you don't know each other, because every day, every moment, we are changing. So if you can start seeing each other anew, and it does take a little work to kind of like go, wow, for you. But in that's where our hearts get sparked again. That's where the zing comes back. That's where we start noticing, God, look at his lips. They're really cute, or I love his eyes, or God, I'm lucky.
Overall, it sounds as though you're just trying to say to people, pay attention to one another and really be available to enjoy each other's company.
That's right. It only takes a moment of availability. You can still have your life, you can still have your distractions, but to look in each other's eyes and make that contact gives the relationship so much.
We don't do that enough. You're absolutely
Dr.
right.
Meyers-Gantman is host and producer of the TV show Straight from the Heart. You can check your local cable listings for air times in your area. She also has a private practice in Tarzana. KTLA.com if you'd like more information. Really helpful stuff.
Dr. Sheri, thank you so much.
Adventure
Great to have you here.
There you go. Come on. Happy New Year to you. Up next is Young Hollywood Out of Control. We have an interventionist, Ken Seeley, who's going to join us live after 9 with his take.
Also, he's on the new show about